What's going on, good people? It's your boy Rome coming back for another message. One that I think is very important, right? As we've been seeing all across the country, there's been a lot of unity, there's been diversity, there's been love, there's been positive stuff going on, right? So I want to keep it as positive as possible. Um, because that's the direction that we're going in as people, not blacks, not whites, not Hispanics, not Asians, not people from the Middle East, but just people. I want us to just see ourselves as people today, right? Because it's easy to get divided or allow yourself to be divided when we listen to the media all day long and we focus on things that aren't as important as the things that are important, right? Our differences can also become the things that we unite on and the things that we agree upon. And I think focus on that is so important. But I just wanted to share something as I had a conversation with my brother last night and multiple conversations that I've had with my wife, who's my best friend, and we talk about everything. But I want you guys to understand this, right? The things that's going on in this country is a clear indication and a direct effect of things that have happened in the past, and people are tired, right? But I want us to understand that there are also important things that we can't let slide. I love the Black Lives Movement because they do a lot of positive things, right? But I want to say this as well. I want us as people, especially black people, to focus on us, right? Because so often we look at things that have happened to us, and I know our ancestors went through a lot. You know, I'm still learning history, so I'm not, I don't know as much as I should know, even though I know a lot, but I'm still learning day by day. But I know the things that our ancestors went to, how they was brought over here, how they became slaves, how they built this country and all of that. So I know all of that. But what bothers me a lot and what hurts my soul even more is when I see the black on black crime. Now, I know a lot of times as black people will say, oh man, other races kill each other too. So don't get caught up on the numbers and some of that stuff is skewed and all of that. Let's not kid ourselves, right? I know how the media wants it to believe that the only thing that happens is black on black crime. So I understand that. But let's not look away and not call a spade a spade. The reality is that we're killing each other at a rapid rate. I live in Virginia, but I'm in the DMV area, which is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And the kids in DC are killing each other like it's no tomorrow, right? They're so infatuated and so excited about guns that they've replaced guns with books. They think that having a gun is more valuable than having common sense, right? And I hear a lot of people give all these opinions and do all of this talking, but I'm going to just say, I'm in the trenches because I work with these kids every day. So can't nobody tell me nothing when I see kids 16, 17, 8 years old coming to my facility and they facing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And I'm with them every single day and I hear their conversations. I'm understanding their background, the homes that they come from, the environment and the communities in which they come from, the uneducated ignorance that's flooded in these communities, right? Because if you know better, you would do better. But that's a nice saying, but really people need to be educated. If we focus more on education versus entertainment, we might be better as a whole, right? So, as I was talking to my brother last night, and we like to relate stuff to sports, and he was giving me his analogy on basketball. And this was a real important conversation that we had. He said, as black people, we have to play as if we down by 20 before the game even starts. And the key thing is that we cannot have any turnovers. Every possession matters. Every single one. We need coaches. We need a GM. We need ownership. We need players. And we need people that are willing to listen. The problem in our communities is that we have too many people who think they know everything and they don't know anything. Did you just hear what I said? We gotta act as if we're down 20. 450 years of being oppressed is a lot to come back from, but guess what? I'm tired of hearing the excuses as well. Like, I know what we've been through, but I'm a kid that made it out of the hood with really no guidance and no direction. You know who I learned from? Drug dealers, people in the streets. But I learned what not to do. And I used my gift of playing ball to take me all around the world. All through different countries. Got an education. Got my college degree. I didn't have the blueprint to accomplish the things that I accomplished. But you know what I realized is that if I did what everybody else was doing around me, and if that was failing, then that means I gotta do something different. And that's not to say everyone around me was failing. I'm just giving an analogy that my environment in which I came from wasn't an environment that promoted the things that I'm doing now in life. Why? Because most people didn't have the opportunity. So do you play the game as if you down 20? Because if you did, you will realize every possession mattered. So when you, instead of throwing that pass and you know it's going to get intercepted and then other team could come down and score, you would value it. That means you would value your brother's life. You would value your sister's life. You would respect the elders. You would respect your brothers and sisters. You wouldn't call your sisters and your aunts and your mothers the B word. You wouldn't say the N word all day long to each other because you would know better, right? And I know I'm going to get some flack about the N word from some people, and that's cool. That's what I believe in. Because I remember an old man pulled me to the side one day and he said, "Young man, you seem like an intelligent young man, but let me give you some history on the N word and why you shouldn't even call your own brothers and sisters that." And once he explained it to me, I stopped using it. Now, I'm not perfect, and I'm not calling anybody who used the word imperfect, right? But the reality is that we got to start taking accountability for the things that we do and the things that we say. But we got to stop making these excuses. The reality is the level of play wasn't fair from the beginning. So what you got two things. You can make excuses or you can make adjustments. It's almost like when you're playing football. If a team is in a cover 2 and you know that means they're dropped back in the zone, that those corners are going to stay at about 10 yards back, and then those safeties going to be playing in that zone, cover those areas, that means you have to rotate a receiver, put him in the slot, streak him up the field because it's going to be a seam right in between that cover 2 or that cover 3 because that linebacker won't get over there fast enough. because he's in coverage. So he's playing a position on the field. That means there are seams that are wide open. There are lanes that you can throw the ball and you can move up the field if they're in a zone. If they're in a man coverage and they blitz you, you got a hot route, you send somebody on a slant, you send somebody on a curl, on a post, or on a streak. I just gave y'all some football jewels right there. And I never played football in college, but I did play in the street, and I also played Madden. It's just common sense. So the same adjustments and audibles that we do when we playing video games is the same audibles that we need to do in life. Nobody's going to give you anything, but it's there if you want to go take it legally. So I just want to say this because some people ask me, I heard somebody ask me this time, said, Rome, are you pro-black? I said, I'm pro-good people. Don't get me wrong. I love my black people. But see, I'm fortunate to have been around every race, every religion. And so I love good people. Yes, I love black people. But should I say I don't like Asians? Or I don't love whites? Or I don't love Latinos? That I only love my people? Yes, you love. I'm not mad at anybody who loves their race, especially if that's who you've been around the majority of your life. But when you hate another race because they're not your race, I can't mess with you. Whether you black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Spanish, y'all know what I mean. Asian, Middle Eastern. If you hate another race because they're not your race, then I can't mess with you. And then if you tell me that you believe in God, but you hate someone else, another race, then that means you hate God's creation. So I'm gonna let him deal with that. But I'm smart enough to know when a fool says something out of their mouth to walk away from that fool. Right? So all you pro-black, pro-white, pro-this and pro-that, I'm pro-good people. No matter what color you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter what religion you believe in, I'm pro-good people. We don't have to have the same religion for me to respect you as a person. We just got different views, and that's okay. As long as we have respect and honor between us. So I just want to say thank you for listening to my video. I appreciate you guys. And listen, man, stop making excuses. Black people, it's time to wake up. Stop getting on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and all of that, posting all your stuff, the ignorant stuff, sharing, foolishness. Man, it's sad, but sometimes I be looking at certain things and I say to myself, I know that white people in power who have not really been around blacks and who really don't know a lot of black people are looking like, look at these fools. You know why? Because I say that myself sometimes. Look at us. We got to call a spade, period. Man, it's time to grow up, man. The only people that's going to help us is us first. We shouldn't expect somebody to do for us what we could do for ourselves. Once you have that mentality, you can change the world. And as you see, the world is changing. People are coming together. People are doing some great things. So this ain't about color. So we need to quit that black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern. We all, if you good people, I love you. If you're not, stay away from me. It's that simple. So I just want to say thank you guys. I love you guys. And I just want to share something with you today. Peace and God bless. Oh yeah, by the way, the air smell real good out here. See, when you live in a good community and you ain't got to worry about guns and break-ins and all the crime, life is good. Peace and I'm out.